Hello, you beautiful nerds. I'm Jedi Master Grayson.
And I'm your favorite cousin's favorite cousin, Bill.
And welcome to
Does
It
Hold?
Show where we revisit classic genre films where we determine if they're as good or as bad as we remember.
When we may get drunk while we do it. But as always, Alex, we cannot do it alone, my guy.
Yes, that is right. We are joined by a special guest to help us determine if this movie stands the test of time. You may know him from his exceptional videos on Nerds at Night. He is the lover and a fighter and the funniest guy I know besides myself. Money Blakeweather. What's going on, bro?
Okie dokie, artichoke. Let's talk about ping pong. Or as the Chinese say, ping pong. It's gonna be great. Thank you for having me. I will be busting out, for those out there, I'll be busting out my Christopher. I've been practicing in the car by myself. That's one thing you can do by yourself. You can't do the show by yourself. You can do impressions in the car by yourself. Back to you guys.
Yeah, you can be walking by yourself for sure.
Walking in the winter wonderland. It's great.
But yeah, Bill, what are we gonna be talking about today?
Oh, Alex, you silly bitch, you. We are talking about the 2007 sports comedy movie Balls of Fury, starring Don Fogler, George Lopez, Christopher Walken, Maggie Q, Terry Crews, and James Jimmy Willie George Hong.
His friends call him Willie George Hong.
Just so for y'all who don't know, if you're not very Southern, if your name James, your name basically people, you can also be Willie George, and it's weird down in the country.
Let's talk about the plot for a little bit. Down and out former professional ping pong phenom Randy Daytona is sucked into a maelstrom when FBI agent Ernie Rodriguez recruits him for a secret mission. Randy is determined to bounce back and win, and to smoke out his father's killer, Fang. Obviously, we're covering this today, in sort of reverence of the new A24 movie Marty Supreme, the ping pong movie that is taking the world by storm, at least marketing wise. And this is probably the second most prominent ping pong movie, I think it's fair to say. I want to mention that Bill is kind of the one who brought this movie up, because I'd seen Marty Supreme a few months ago, and I was telling him how much I liked it. He's like, but it's probably not good as Balls of Fury, though, right?
First of all, yeah, nigga, Balls of Fury.
DVD movie review. Yeah.
Hey, I'm David Vincenzo Tolucci, aka DVD. This is DVD movie review, and happy fucking New Year. Enough of the small talk. Let's get it started. Today we're rediscovering the forgotten piece of ping pong pyrite, Balls of Fury, which happens to be my nickname from college. Hi-oh! This flick has some good parts, but some ludicrous lows. Let's start with the absurdity. Following a ping pong match, a random kung fu gang fight breaks out. Didn't see that coming. Typical. And the final match is played throughout the jungle, as ping pong matches usually finish, coming to its conclusion on a rickety bridge. Very believable. Not to mention the lead character randomly gets with Susie Q, who despises him for most of the movie, only in Hollywood. I mean, this guy has the smoothness of an Italian's ballsack.
Thank you, Bethany.
My name's Sarah.
Are you kidding me?
You've called me Bethany for the past 5 years. It's fine.
And he has the talent of always looking like a complete turd.
You got mad skill. is your money. Unfortunately, it's covered in snot.
And there's also quite a few racist undertones. Check it.
Caucasians.
Get out. I don't teach Guaylo.
Guaylo. It means round eye. Gringo you, man.
What?
And to top it off, some pretty craptastic dialogue. Peep it.
Nobody else would be caught dead on Operation Ping Pong.
Wanna play rough? Okay!
Very original. But pushing that negativity aside, this film has a lot of redeeming qualities. I mean, shit, look at the plethora of talent. You got the cop from T2 back from the dead, the one and only Shang Tsung, the dude who seems shit-faced in all of his movies, the cop from Reno 911 changing careers, that asshole who somehow got his own show, the guy who was in that thing, Oswald fucking Cobblepot, the poor bastard who got blacklisted for Me Too and somebody, the redneck neighbor from Office Space, the guy from Heroes and Nothing Else, and not Bruce Lee. But that's just the tip of the cannoli. For starters, the lead character proves to have some swag when it comes to celebrations.
That is right! I cannot hear a word! I cannot hear a double ha-ha! Woo! Thank you.
And also loves Def Leppard, who just so happens to kick some major ass.
With his lucky Def Leppard paddle that's won him over 200 amateur matches. Entering to his unofficial theme song, Rock of Ages, by the supergroup Def Leppard.
And then we got Bob Costas doing what he does. Pure Hall of Fame commentating.
On the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Box, you may even already own his McDonald's collector's glass. Tiny balls, bouncing for gold. And already they're saying that your name will go down among those of the greatest ping pong players ever to take up the sport. And right offhand, I don't know what those names are.
Ah, shit.
Followed by a beautifully played antagonist by John Lennon's second cousin. I think we might have to fact check that one.
I'm in the sky head! I'll blow you away fart. How you like that? Tell your dead parents I said what's up. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! This is far from over, Daytona! You suck. Hey, come on. That stings. Who said that?
But let's not forget about Big Trouble in Little China, gracing us with his presence with constant sage-like advice.
Ping pong is not the Macarena. It takes patience. She is like the fine, well-aged prostitute. It takes years to learn her tricks. She is cruel. Laughs at you when you are naked. But you keep coming back for more and more. Why? Because she is the only prostitute I can afford. We know who did it. It is written right there. Remember, you suck when you are nervous. It is better to die like a tiger than to live like a pussy.
And last but not least, the legend. The one they call Walking.
Okie dokie artichoke. Ping pong, or as the Chinese say, ping pong. Wang, you old horn dog. House tricks. I bet you toodles. I won't bite. Not anyway that'll show. Let me cut through the bull poop. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get a panda? These days, really hard. I don't know. Maybe he's dead. Not sure. I'm not really sure what they eat. They're limited edition replicas.
A gaggle of truly mesmerizing performances. And just as a postscript, the ping pong scenes are truly breathtaking. Scenes that would make even Forrest Gump cream in his pants. Eat a dick, Marty Supreme. This movie holds up. Anyway, take it is.
DVD movie review. Yeah. What did you guys think of this movie the first time you saw it? Blake, I'll let you go first.
Yeah,
I saw this movie in theaters like more than once, and I very much enjoyed it. You know, I feel like when you bring me on, there's a line that I always say, and it's I have very fond memories of this movie. You know, I have very fond memories of this movie. I really enjoyed it. I laughed a lot. Dan Fogel is so funny, and I wish he just would have done more stuff. But whatever he does behind the scenes and whatever in Hollywood now is great. But like, I laughed a lot. And looking back on this movie, it's like the who's who of like the early 2000s. And also, little did I know, like no wonder I like it. I like Reno 911. And the guy who's junior in Reno 911 is the director of this, which is why he include Tim Lennon, who plays Lieutenant Dangle. And so it just like looking back, you're like, Terry Crews is in this movie, you know, like what? Like there's all these little like fun little cameos. Jason Lee, right? Like who played Bruce Lee,
right?
Movie or whatever. Yeah, the biopic movie. Like there's just all these little cool little, you know, you're like, oh my God, what? Dietrich Bader's in this movie for no good reason? Like, what?
Mr. Feng has gone to great lengths to select the most beautiful courtesans from around the world.
If I had known I'd end up as a sex slave, I never would have gone to that audition in Orlando.
let's talk about some of them cameos really quickly.
Well, actually, before we get into the cameos,
I
Bill,
loved it, nigga. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I love it.
What Billiam said. That's the way I feel too.
I can't remember if I saw it in movie theaters or not, but I'm pretty sure I saw it on DVD. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah.
Tell me how you felt about this, and I'll let you say.
I'll be quick because I don't really have a full memory of seeing this movie. Like I have vague memories of seeing scenes from this movie on like the Fifth Banthas couch. Shout out to Fifth Bantha. But like I never was interested enough to like give it my full attention for like the whole runtime. Like I've never really seen the movie the whole way through. So I just like I very much dismissed it for a really long time. Never gave it my full attention. So this is my first time giving it like a genuine watch.
Would you consider this a Bollywood movie?
Whoa.
I'll be here all week, folks. Don't worry about that.
This nigga got some $1 million words, don't he?
The reception of the film, because as of the time of recording, the Rotten Tomatoes score is it has a 22% critic score and a 33% audience score.
Is that bad?
It's not good.
Oh.
And let's actually take a look at the box. Let's take a look at the box office too, because it came out at an interesting time, 2007.
An interesting time indeed.
I feel like the early 2000s was like the last sort of hurrah for these like mid-budget comedies that did really well at the box office, because we look at the top 5. We have Superbad, Balls of Fury, Rush Hour 3, and Mr. Bean's Holiday. And they're like ruling the box office. And that just would not be happening right now for comedies.
Superbad ran shit, and then Rush Hour 3 comes out, and like you're like, good lord, like there was some comedies that came out, and this is one of them. And I think it's sort of, if you see the Simpsons movie, right? That's another comedy, and I think this sort of fell like in the shuffle of everything. So yeah, kind of sucks because like. And even Hairspray, everybody was crazy about. Obviously, look at the box office for Hairspray. Like they kind of came back with it. So like, and Harry Potter's out and shit like that. Like it could.
Hairspray is 41st week. God damn.
Yeah.
41 weeks in. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So
I mean, like Harry Potter, like that's like a big franchise movie. Like this in its 50th week. But Hairspray is like a remake comedy musical. Like it's crazy that it's still
same thing with ABBA, same thing with Grease. I mean, it's not unusual. It's kind of what they do every 20 years. They release one of these crazy did you not remember, you don't remember West Side Story just re-releasing? Like that's what they do every 25 years, is they release one of these musicals that are a legacy musical. Les Les Mis.
Right.
Remember
Anybody?
But
Yeah.
to your point,
No, I'm joking. All right.
But to your point, West Side Story was like, you know, like the most recent example of those movies, and it was
All
done by
streaming.
the great Steven Spielberg, and it didn't do well at the box office.
It was
Like-
streamed. Remember, it came out during COVID era, so it was mostly streamed.
Yeah, like in the post, it was the post-COVID era. It's like
what every other movie did and does, which is nothing.
Yeah, it was a rough time to release a movie. One of the things that like it's so crazy looking at these when we look back on the box office for these movies is seeing how long movies lasted in theaters back then, because you know Knocked Up is on its 90th week, or sorry, 90th day in the box office. Evan Almighty's 69 days in the box office. Ocean's 13, 83 days in the box office.
Look at Deep Sea.
545 days in the box office.
Yeah.
Like
a year and a half.
Yeah. For those who are watching, and you may be of the age of like 37, 27. Yeah, you probably understand right now what we're talking about. Like, this is not that long ago, these movies. 2007, not a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
These movies used to be out a long, long time if they were good.
Yeah. People went to go watch them. They're like, we'll keep it there. Fuck it. We'll keep it live. And I will keep it there another week. Yeah,
we'll do it live.
And you know, then you once you got that movie out for a long time, guess what people want to do?
I want to watch it.
People have more time to go see those other movies, though. Like, okay, that movie's out. I got time to go see these other movies, and then these lower tier movies that come out that aren't good, they go to DVD. And guess what? I watch those, and then it's like these tiers of movies instead of everything just going. Bleh. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it feels to me. Everything just comes at you on your lap.
It does come at me, and I have to dodge a lot of cum all the time, and I don't know why I should have to do that.
It's even harder picking out the chunks out of the cum.
They start fucking. It was gross.
Let's talk about this movie.
All right. I hope you can't hear the people yelling out the window.
I cannot.
I heard them say they hate Alex. Is that the right people?
Yeah, that's what I said.
And I can't hear them then, and I can hear him. I can hear him.
Hey, if you guys didn't hear the cat giving birth in the hallway earlier, then I think all of our microphones are working just fine.
I did hear the cat earlier, and they also said they hate Alex for some weird reason.
Yeah, he said.
So this was like a pretty wacky comedy that's definitely anchored by all of its performances from its actors. So I think this is a good time before we get into like the minutia of the story to ask our question: who is your MVP?
We're not okay. I jumped the gun. I'm sorry. It's been a while. Like I jumped the gun. I'm sorry.
Who is your MVP of this movie? Blake, I'll let you go first.
Maybe it's just the Mexican in me, but I'm gonna give it to George Lopez. Because I forgot he was in this movie. Like, I came back to rewatch it and I was like, oh my God, that's right. He plays an FBI agent. And then they just give him, I'm not saying he's the best actor in the movie, but of the time, if you remember, he's doing Latin Kings of Comedy. He's exploding right on the scene. He's got the George Lopez show. Like, he's the most George, like they pick George Lopez just to do all the funny stuff that you do on stage. Just do it in the movie, right? Mm-hmm. Call somebody a pendejo. Like, do that once or twice. It's fun. Do some Latin-y stuff. And he's like, oh, well, so I got you, like that's what he probably told them. And so, yeah, I think he's the MVP.
Dad! Freeze! Hands on your head!
That's right, man. I'm in Chinatown. Gonna pop off a couple of rounds. Always makes me feel better.
For me, runner-up though, it's probably somebody's pick is Christopher Walken. But for me, I gotta rep. I gotta rep when I see my people, dude. George Lopez, he's my MVP of the movie. He has some funny stuff he goes over the top sometimes, and then sometimes I watched the behind the scenes of this, and this is how I want to point this out. And it said that Dan and George, they would go back and forth the deciding who would be Abbott and who would be Costello, right? Like who would be the funny guy in the scene, who would be the serious guy in the scene. They went back and forth, and as I watched the movie with sort of that like sort of perspective, I was like, yeah, there's certain scenes where Dan's the silly guy, and then George is like he's like, what are you doing? And then George is a silly guy, and they're like, what are you doing? I like that balance. So for me, George Lopez, I'll give him MVP. He's at his most Georgiest of Lopez-iest in this movie in the best of ways, especially when you know the time and you know the context. So yeah, George Lopez for me.
It's funny that you say that because like I really appreciated his performance in this as well. Like I thought he's as funny as always, but I also felt like just the way that he was carrying himself in this movie. This might be a hot take, but I feel like the way he was carrying himself in this movie, he was like, "This is the hottest I will ever be on screen." Like, because he gets to be like, because he usually gets to be like a schlubby guy or like a dad, but like this time he's like he's a FBI agent. He's in control, and he like plays it pretty straight for the most part, but he also just like, you know, very funny like in his own way. But I was like, I could just tell from the way he was carrying himself. It's like, nigga, I'm hot as hell. Y'all better recognize. Like I felt like he was feeling himself in this.
I'm a Mexican with a gun, and it's legal. Like that way. That's what he walked around like.
His character was also that way too. He was like, yo, I got into this for the action. I got in this because I thought I was gonna be like totally not what you're supposed to be in the FBI.
Right? Yeah.
Like somebody please,
but like absolutely
flag this nigga and get his ass out of the department, please. Yeah. How about you, nigga? Who was your MVP of this movie?
You know, I've gone back and forth because I liked so many people's performances in this movie. I really liked George Lopez and Dan Fogler, but I have to give it to James Hong. Just legend in the game. I thought he was really funny in this movie, and he's been in a bunch of movies. The thing I've seen him in most recently was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
It is better to die like a tiger than to live like a pussy.
The courtesans, they fooled him. He was like, oh, the nice lady know how to pleasure me. And I'm like, you're like, what? Did you just say? What did you just say?
Not wise, but not experienced. He's wise, but not experienced.
Yeah, he's definitely not been around the block a few times.
Man, I thought I didn't know women had such long clitorises. My MVP of this movie is Carl Wolfenstag. Carl Wolfstag, which Thomas Lennon. Thomas Lennon.
You know, I saw Thomas Lennon. I sidetracked to go to your point. He's absolutely hilarious. I saw him at a Dr. Phil Live. Adam Ray, he's a comedian out there for people who don't know, dresses up as Dr. Phil and tours the country, and he has different comedian guests come on. And when they did the Austin show, Thomas Lennon was one of the guests, but he didn't come out as Thomas Lennon. He came out as Lieutenant Dangle. And it was utterly hilarious, dude.
That's amazing.
The guy is, he's full character.
I'm looking here at all the cameos. I mean, the cameos are crazy. Y'all just mentioned a couple of them. We just mentioned our favorites. You mentioned Jason Scott Lee, who was in this one, played Bruce Lee in one of the movies, Terry Crews. Aisha Taylor,
yeah.
Carrie Tagwa.
Rest in peace to the guy.
Yeah, just passed away, right? The last year.
Like a week ago. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Robert Patrick.
He passed away in very so many movies. I mean, so rest in peace to all his characters that passed away. Y'all mentioned
Jim Lampley, bro. You as soon as he was in here, I'm like, they got Jim Lampley to do this. Like,
we got Toby Huss, Patton Oswalt. Damn, Rick the Birdman, dude. Rick Corner.
Oh yeah, David Koechner. Yeah.
David Koechner. Yeah.
Yeah. Stevie Little was in this bitch.
Wait,
Dude
who's
plays
Stevie?
Stevie? The dude who plays Stevie in
Oh yeah,
Eastbound and
that's
Down.
right. Yeah, he was in this. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, like yeah.
Hiro
There's a lot of great-
Nakamura, the dude who plays Hiro Nakamura in Heroes.
He's in here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's in there for a little bit.
Carrie Kinley Silver. Oh my God, Carrie Kinley Silver in this wasn't. She was the lady who was the assistant to Dan Fogler's character, Randy Daytona.
Okay.
She was the lady in the skirt, and he kept calling her.
Yeah.
Calling her something else, but her name was
Bethany.
Sarah.
He's calling her Bethany.
Yeah,
And she's
that's
like,
right.
Your name's
Yeah,
Sarah, and he's like, for real? She's like, you've called me Bethany for like 2 years. That's her. She's in Reno 911. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
Carrie Kinney Silver.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah.
She was good in this one. But all the people were basically, except for these characters that you named, like that we just said that were in Reno 911, these actors that were in Reno 911, most of these people were kind of nobodies.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. You look back and you're like, damn, Terry Crews was doing Friday After Next and doing this movie, and then all of a sudden, like, he does White Chicks, and you're like, oh, good Lord. Your careers will never be the
Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's weird because this movie, like it made some pretty good money at the box office, like we mentioned. Like it had a pretty good opening weekend, but it ultimately only ended up making $32 million at the box office. I think it was like off of a like $10 million budget. It didn't blow the doors off the box office or anything, but like ultimately it just really didn't have a cultural like footprint at all. Like it's not like one of those like cult classic type of movies. And I'm curious, like, what you guys think? Because Dan Fogler, this is his first and really only leading role in a movie.
He's he's like the most famous for playing in Kung Fu Panda. He plays the messenger duck bird or whatever it is, like that brings the messages, like the Emperor's messages. He plays that like messenger duck bird or whatever it is. I think it's a duck. I think he plays a duck. And he's a messenger. He's like a messenger. I heard the voice when I watched Kung Fu Panda the first time. I was like, is that fucking Dan Fogler? Like, was that for real? And it was. And I was like, oh my God, like, where's he been? Yeah.
I'm curious, do you guys think that it's like more of like a star power thing? Like maybe if there was like a more popular character at the forefront that it would have done better? Or do you think that it's just like people don't want to watch a movie about ping pong? Bill, I'll let you go first.
Thanks. Let me figure out the cause of Hollywood's. If we had the answer to that, I'd be fucking billionaire, man.
We can find out now. We can find out now.
Let me tell you what happened. Come on, gather around.
Gather around, children.
Listen, this fucking nobody went to see this movie because they had Reno 911 fatigue. No one went to see this movie because that's not what people did. This wasn't really what movies was about at the time. I mean, they either popped or they didn't. Like, it wasn't like it ended your career if you did a comedy and it didn't blow up.
Right.
Problem with this movie was, or problem for this movie was, this is the beginning of the explosion of the DVD movement. Like, this is the moment in time where you're looking like a cornball if you still have a VCR.
Right.
Like, you look like a cornball if you ain't got VCR or on demand or all this. Like, all this stuff is coming. Like, streaming.
You don't got a Blu-ray player? Yeah.
You ain't got a Blu-ray cut? I got a Blu-ray TV today.
To your point, this was an interesting era of like media consumption because like there were a lot of like people who were buying DVDs at the time, and I just like did a quick Googs like while you were checking that, Oh, while you were saying that, because Balls of Fury apparently did very well with domestic DVD sales. It earned an estimated $19.89 million in U.S. Home video market. There was just like a big burst in people renting it and buying it, but then just kind of like petered off. I don't know why. I don't know if it's maybe just like Blake. Do you think that just people don't care about ping pong movies, or do you think
I think it has to do with like specific comedies of the time. And the one that comes to mind is Grandma's Boy, right? Like Grandma's Boy in movie theaters, like it made like $2. And then I remember the summer that it came out, because it came out, God, I want to say end of 05 in theater. I snuck in to go see it. And then in the summer of, or like right before the summer, like maybe like May-ish, it came out on DVD. And like, dude, I remember being at parties, people like they'd have Grandma's Boy playing in the background, or like hanging with homies in the summer of 2006, and like we just like hang out and drink beers and like watch Grandma's Boy. Like Constantine and Grandma's Boy were like popping that summer. And this felt like one of those movies the following summer, when maybe not the following summer, but like the following year after it came out on DVD. I remember like going to parties and stuff, and for like random people would just put it on. It was like a put on movie, party movie. You know what I mean? Like Fight Club is one of those movies you put in randomly and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that part. Like he's in Bob's boobs. That's crazy, right? Or like, oh my God, it's like, he's fighting himself. Isn't that crazy? It's like one of those things you put on the background. You don't have to know what's going on. And I think that there was a certain amount of comedies that like, if it didn't get a push, or like people really didn't know what was going on with it, they weren't invested to go see it. And this is one of those. It's also too not just a comedy movie. It's like a halfway of a parody, right? Like it does feel very much like Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, right? Where like he's on the island and they got the evil guy, and like there is a contest, and like he's trying to work with the other guy who's the FBI agent, and like they're trying to like get to the core of like why everything is. And then there's this big culmination of a conflict where he's fighting the bad guy at the end of it. Like this is very much a parody of that. And a lot of like it's kung fu with ping pong, like, you know what I mean? Like it's a martial art movie with ping pong. Like I just don't think people knew what they were like getting into, and nor were they invested in Dan Fogler. But like, good Lord, like if we look back at this movie, I was watching like some reviews on this, and people are like, I didn't register with this movie back then. I'm watching this now. I'm 30 whatever years old. I'm 29, whatever. Like, oh my God, this movie's funny. Like, why aren't more people talking about this movie? It feels like one of those, it's just like flew under the radar, along with a long list that we can add it to this and Grandma's Boy, a long list of like comedy movies that just sort of like flew under the radar because maybe there was a fatigue of, I like the word, somebody used fatigue, and I like that word. I think that people were fatigued out. I'll be honest, with probably the Judd Apatow movement, right? Like starting in 04 with the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and then he did Knocked Up, and then he did this, and he did, like all this sort of stuff. And they're like, oh my God, like, is this going to be another one of those? Like, I'm sick of comedy movies at this point. So,
I would say that it's a little, and Bill, I want to hear what you have to say real quick after this, but I just want to say, like, I think that it is like a transition period from like these wacky comedies like this that are like the Adam Sandler movies and the dodgeball movies that have like this heightened hyper realistic vibe going into the Judd Apatow era, where we get like the more grounded mumblecore type movies like Knocked Up, where it's just a little bit more realistic.
I can't really speak to why it didn't do as well, but I mean, you guys nailed most of it all on the head. I mean, the DVD era started with the teen movie era. And the teen movie era really is just a B movie comedy research from the 80s. Like, studios have made all this money. Now we can make more movies. We can make comedies. We can do this. We can get this off. Because they had actors that they want to propel, right? Like, that's what this is clearly, right? Like, this movie is clearly, let's propel a bunch of actors that we as agents have that we can get into this movie, right? This movie clearly wasn't made to be good. It was made to get their actors on screen. in a different movie. Get the director a different movie. If you've seen The Studio, this movie was like the TV show The Studio that's on Apple TV Plus.
Good show.
This movie is the Kool-Aid movie. You know what I mean? Like, this movie is the movie you do because your boss is asking you to do it. And because they're like, this is going to make so much money.
So you might as well just like throw a bunch of talented people at it and make like maybe it'll be good.
Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. But I tell you one thing, we're going to make some money the first day.
Yeah, everybody's going to get paid.
Everybody here will have jobs. And look, Aisha Taylor, there was no Archer.
Archer, yeah.
I think it was pre-Archer, yeah.
There's a lot of people here who have jobs, but you could say because of this movie.
Funny story that I heard Dan Fogler tell about meeting Christopher Walken on set.
The first meeting was ridiculous. They were trying on wigs for him. He had this enormous wig, a braid.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
They bring me up, and I looked crazy. My hair was flowing, and I had the chops. I'm shaking Chris's hand. He tries to break the ice, and he goes, this isn't my real hair. I go, this isn't my real hair. And he goes, no way. And he goes to grab it, and he's pulling my... And I was like, no, it is my real hair.
Oh, man. Yeah, apparently he was mad about that. He's like, don't ever tell anyone it's not your hair. He was like,
don't talk like that. Don't tell people. It's not your hair.
Like, look, that's beautiful hair. He's like, probably like, fucking beautiful hair.
Also, the guy, what's it, Carrie, he's got 3 names. Carrie, the guy that plays Sing Sung.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Teriyuki Tanaka or Takawa, I believe is.
Gary, yeah.
He was so excited to do a comedy. He was like, dude, he's like, I can't ever think of a time where they had me do a comedy. And he's like, I think it's kind of, they think they laugh when I did my stuff. And he's like, so it must be funny, but he's like essentially playing the same thing, but it's in a funny movie, so we'll see how it goes. little did I mean, he's one of the funniest parts of it because you see it and you're like, you're fucking Shang Tsung, dude, and he's doing the Shang Tsung voice. He actually doesn't even talk like that, but like he's doing the Shang Tsung voice, and he's essentially inviting people to a tournament. You're like, what? Yeah, you're Shang Tsung, and then he dies. Like 30 minutes into the movie. You're like, good Lord.
I will say that's one gripe that I have with the movie is that like I did really like him, and like halfway through the movie I was like, just because from like all the promotional material I knew that Christopher Walken was like the antagonist of the movie,
right?
So I knew that we weren't going to get Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa as the villain of the movie, but like halfway through the movie I was like, I wish he was the villain though. Like, why isn't he?
It's fun that he's not though.
Or whatever.
It's kind of fun because
it's funny. It
sets up the thing that I think Rian Johnson does a lot in his murder mysteries, where it's like you see a character and you recognize them, and it registers of like what they're doing outside of the movie that they're in, right? So, for instance, like in Knives Out, Chris Evans. I'm about to spoiler alert it, so tune out for this for at least a minute. Spoiler alert. Spoiler, but like
spoiler alert, like buttons. Everything just goes red. Everything starts buzzing.
But in the movie, he's the killer. But everybody saw him, and they're just like, "Oh, you've played a sarcastic asshole before, but you're never a bad guy." Obviously, Captain America 2, you're not going to be a bad guy, and he's a bad guy. It's that same thing in this movie. You see Gary, and then you're like, he's a bad guy, and he's gonna be around for a while. And then they kill him, and it kills that expectation. You're like, wait, what? What kind of movie is this? What are you doing? That's one of the things I love about this movie. It takes some expectations and like it kind of sweeps you off your feet, whether it's like dragging out a joke or like killing a joke just to make another joke, and it works. It's this whole it reminds me of like a long episode of like Family Guy, but better. Like instead of it being segmented bits, it's segmented bits that work in the movie that aren't just like, that's a segmented bit. That could be its own little SNL skit. It's like, no, all these things actually still make sense in the movie. And the fact that you knew how to do this, which is like kind of what Reno 911 is really good at doing. Even when they do side quests, it still kind of feeds into the episode because they bring it back up. they did that really well in this movie. So that's like a big thing that like I look back and I'm like, I kind of enjoyed it. Like anything that seemed like a side quest still kind of makes sense.
Do you have any favorite parts of the movie? Like any like scenes that like stood out, like just like very laugh out loud moments? There's like, oh shit.
I do.
That,
I'm ready.
that
I'm ready
really
when he's
got
done.
me.
I'm ready when he's done.
I mean, I had a lot of laugh out loud moments. I mean, there's so many. I mean, so for those who haven't seen the movie, if you're looking for a laugh out loud moment of movie to watch, this is it. This is it, because like it's a feel goody movie. I think y'all would both agree, right? And but it also is, I guess they would call slapstick back in the day. You know, would y'all call this what they say, slapstick?
I think this would fall in the slapstick category.
My favorite scene, they are sitting there reviewing the evidence of the golden paddle, like the golden ticket, because we were talking about comparisons, parodies. It's the gold. It's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Karate Kid, and what was the other one that you said, Blake?
Oh, Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon. It's like all of those combined into one movie,
into one moment.
This is crazy. But when they're like getting the paddle, the golden paddle with, but it's got the haiku on it.
Oh yeah,
like reading, like they Maggie Q, she reads it. Fogel's like, what? He gives like, he's like, oh yeah, it just means that.
Check this out. On the longest day, yeah, it's 575. That's a haiku.
She's like, it's very impressive.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so on the back of the paddle here in English. Noon Wednesday, John Wayne Airport. Each player can bring a coach, a dog.
But he's like, oh yeah, very. It's
he could have kept that to himself, but he decided to be, Shout out to Maggie Q. Shout out to Maggie Q, by the way, because only like what I know her best from is the best Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible
Part
3.
3.
I've always just like hyped her up. I feel like she should be like a fucking movie star, but
Do you think it's a Dan? What's his name? Tony Danza situation where he can't respond to anything else except his name. So
yeah, she is. Her name is Maggie in this.
Her name is Maggie in the movie. Yeah,
that's one of the, she just would not respond to Carol.
It's the Hector problem. The guy that plays Hector in every movie. You guys know what I'm talking. Everybody out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. That guy that plays Hector in every movie.
No, I did like Maggie Q in this movie, and her chemistry with Dan Fogel. Actually, like I felt like they were really good
it
together.
Felt real. It felt real. It felt nice.
Yeah, I would have appreciated a little bit more of her because I feel like she has the chops to do some comedy as well. But just like her character was just like a little underwritten. Yeah, I know this is like a silly comedy, but I feel like we didn't get a lot of her. But Blake, what do you have any?
Yes, I was waiting for
a Bechdel test to even happen. Yeah, no. But go ahead.
Yeah, like let's not even we don't even need to discuss the Bechdel test. That's not.
No.
It didn't even touch it.
I have a favorite moment, not just because it's probably the best moment of the movie. Like it's not it, but for me, there's one line in this movie that I'll never ever can forget, and it's the line when. Hopefully we can cut to a clip when I'm done with this. If we don't, I'm gonna stab Al. I'm gonna UPS myself and pop through a package and just stab Alex and then ship myself back. It's the moment when Patton Oswalt wins the championship from Dan Fogel's character and from Randy Daytona, and he goes outside and he licks the trophy and he goes, tastes good. For some reason, that moment has always stuck with me. Alex, what was is there a standout moment for you that like sticks with you or that you laughed at?
Ooh.
I mean, like honestly, weirdly,
I got a new one when Alex you're done.
Okay.
Weirdly, a moment that stuck out for me that was just like funny and also like, oh, this is kind of touching is one of the moments at the end where he he's forced to have the ping pong match with Maggie Q, and she refuses to play against him, but he's good enough to where he can just like volley the ball off of just like her face. And it's like it's funny because she's just like, "Oh, you're so cute," and she's just like
taking it to the face. Yeah,
like it's
Hold
funny.
on, wait a minute. What did you say?
she's taking it to the dome. Can you believe it? Unbelievable.
They start fucking. It was gross.
It's set up. We already know that he can bounce a ball off of people. Like it's set up. Like, and it's the most silliest setup. You're like, good Lord, he got fired because he did that, and he's doing it now. And you're like, oh, we know he can do it.
One thing we have not talked about is, God damn, the visual effects in this were killing it. Especially knowing what we know now about visual effects, and outside of being kids. The placement that these actors had to have, the marks that these actors had to hit, and the visual effects artists having to code all that shit
and put a ping pong ball every time
Oh my
it went
gosh.
here and went there. Also, too, let's shout. Can we? We're doing like low key shout outs. The ping pong, the advisors who were actual ping pong champions, and so they would be behind the scene. I was watching again behind the scene, but about this, they would be behind the scene. They would say, anytime we're gonna say ping, we're gonna say pong. So like slap it. When we say ping, you slap. When you say pong, you slap. And dude, the fact that the actors would get it on cue, and they're like, we know, like we could tell the director, okay, so just pretend the ball's there, but we know the speed. They knew the speed of something that wasn't even there.
Insane.
Yeah, which is like, why is the budget like the budget had to be mostly that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like most of the budget was like the studio shit. Like,
No, I'm talking about teaching them fucking preparation, the CGI, like a lot of that. That's a lot of budget right there. I mean, you just
that is
think
a lot of budget. Like I'm sure, like a lot more went into the environment, like the CGI and the sets and everything, than like actually paying the people who were involved in making
On the movie.
thing. 'Cause, yeah. I was actually like, I was looking at some of my research here. When they asked George Lopez, like if he wanted to do the movie, he actually asked them, "Does it hold?"
Sorry, I just found something that says here that the budget may have been about $30 million or under $30 million.
Oh, under 30. Okay. So it made like
41. It says 41 to 30.
That's right. At the end of every episode, we vote on whether the film in question is as good or as bad as we remember. And as our special guest,
And
Blake,
we make it drunk
you
in the
get-
process.
we may have gotten drunk. We
have
can
a
neither
whole beer and a half
confirm nor
left.
deny what has happened tonight. But Blake, you're our special guest, so you get to vote first. What is the answer to the titular question?
I'm going to answer this with making a bourbon recommendation as well. So I think if you watch this movie, this is a great bourbon to pair with this movie. This is Knob Creek bourbon and rye. It's a blend of two things that people love. Just like this movie, it's a blend of two things. People love comedy, people love martial arts movies. And I think it could be misunderstood about why you're blending why you're blending a 70% and 30%, why you're doing that, why you're blending martial arts with a ping pong movie. It's so strange, like an off sort of, ESPN Ocho Sports, you know what I mean? To go into the dodgeball reference. This movie holds up just like this whiskey holds up. And I don't think it gets enough credit.
I can't believe you didn't bring up that bottle of Nerds Yards 9.
Nerds Yards 9. Ooh. Next episode. But this movie absolutely holds up. This whiskey absolutely holds up. And I just think it's a little underrated. Each one of these is highly underrated. There's a quote in this movie that really encapsulates what's going on right now. And it goes, does it hold? Oh,
That's my turn.
Alex,
Okay.
I'm going to pass the ball to you.
It's my turn, I guess. Yeah. I will say that Sorry.
You will
Yeah,
say
like
that
I was
you did not do your homework. Is what you will say.
no. I was basically stalling because I've been going back and forth a lot over the past couple of days about this movie, and I'm gonna say that it does not hold up. As
Past
much
couple of days.
Yeah, because I watched it before the new year. And shout outs like at the time of recording, we're recording in 2026. I've been thinking about it a lot, just like how much I enjoyed it. And I had fun with a lot of the moments in the movie. But honestly, it felt like kind of like an episode of Saturday Night Live, where if it was an episode of Saturday Night Live, that would be really entertaining. But as a movie, I didn't really enjoy it. Again, like I felt like Mackie Q's character was like totally underdeveloped. Even like the main character of Daytona, he was really underdeveloped for like such an incredible talent as Dan Fogel. Like he's sensational actor. Like honestly, he's incredible talent. Yeah, ultimately, I really did not have fun with this movie. There was just like a lot of moments where I kind of enjoyed it. Does it hold?
All
right, it's all on you. You're the tiebreaker.
Hey man, I'm always the tiebreaker if somebody else don't.
In the words of Mike Lowry, I'm always right sometimes.
My shit always works some of the time. Come on, babe. You know what I'm gonna do. This motherfucking shit holds up, nigga. Why are you acting weird? First of all, say it don't hold up. It holds up. It's that comedy that you can put on at any point in time. It's Airplane, right? It's Eastbound and Down. It's fucking Naked Gun. You know, it's whatever. You put it on. You know why I know it's one of those? Because I seen all of those at your apartment, Alex, in college, playing background on the screen, just DVD player, just going with niggas playing music and shit.
I did. To your point, don't include me in here. Just to your point. No, that's it. Don't include me. Go back. But to your point, remember I was saying I would go to parties and randomly this movie would just be on the background. That's to your point. Okay, continue.
That's why I'm trying to break. Look, I've been holding all this information down here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been saying stuff. I've been collecting like Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Because just that's kind of everything we've been talking about. It's just this movie makes a comedy, and this comedy is this movie. I mean, fuck, it's kind of like what you want if you're going on a Saturday or Friday, you know, you make minimum wage or whatever, you just paid your rent, you got a little money in your pocket, you want to go to see a movie that's funny and, you know, entertain yourself, get a little popcorn, see this movie, and then go back and get your little pee-pee touch, man. This is a good time.
I like a good pee-pee touch.
That's a good time. So I'm gonna go with the fact that
is a good time.
I'm gonna just go with that this one holds up, because if you can do all those things, because a movie can make your whole night.
Yeah.
I mean, music. A bad movie can mess up the whole night.
Yeah, a bad movie means no pee-pee touch. A good movie, we're getting pee-pee touch.
Yeah. And yeah, we're talking multiple dates, not first dates here, obviously, but yeah, like a bad movie can make everybody be like, whoa, you know,
no pee-pee touch.
That's my no pee-pee touch.
Yeah. Good movie could turn your date around for sure. I guess, like that settles it. It's 2-1. The votes are in.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Balls of Fury definitely holds up. Man, I do wish that one of you guys had seen Marty Supreme before we saw this, because I want to see how you guys feel, how it holds up compared to the movie.
Compared to Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme almost holds up to this one.
Christopher Walken should have got nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
I did get nominated. You didn't see it, you dumb fuck.
Man, so I guess we just settled it. This movie definitely holds up. It is it has been decided. But guys, let us know what you think in the comments. You know, you can let us know if you think it holds up. If it does, if it doesn't, it doesn't end here with our votes. It goes on with you guys. But Money, do you want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. My head's saying,
sending me mixed messages.
My body's telling me no. But my mouth is saying yes. You can find me Money Blake, whether Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, anywhere the cool kids are hanging out. That's where I am. You can find me Nerds at Night, just doing stuff. Look out for Nerds at Night also on TikTok. If you're doing TikTok stuff, look out for Nerds at Night. I'm doing Scream stuff. I'm doing, if you like Only Murders in the Building, go ahead and go through the old archive of stuff that we have there. Also, if you're a whiskey fan, feel free to follow me on Instagram. I'm doing so much whiskey content with so many local creators and national creators. It's fun. I'm just having a fun time with my life. Shout out to 2026. Feel free to follow me. Be a part of the movement. We would love to see you there. And if you're not really following Drunk Banthas, what are you doing? What are you just watching? You're watching this and then click subscribe. What are you doing?
What about you, Bill? Where can the people find you on the interwebs?
First of all, I just want to say,
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. You heard what she said.
you can find me right here every month on the Does It Hold Up show, right here every month. Does It Hold Up? The Drunk Banthas Streams channel and the Drunk Banthas channel on Monday, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, or on Thursdays at 8:15 p.m. Pacific time.
Well, that's it for our show. Thank you so much for watching. New episodes drop monthly. Check us out on all social media platforms on the Drunk Banthas, at the Drunk Banthas. Please like and subscribe. It's not required, but if you don't, you will not be invited to the cookout. We'll see you in a month. Take care.